having trouble connecting. We just got, there we go. We were having trouble connecting. It was just telling us that can't connect to live. But now we're here. All right. Hello, Idiots on Parade, the Too Ugly for TV podcast. We mock the news so you don't have to. I am stand-up comedian Nathan Timmel in Iowa City. With me, as always, is Jake Vevra, stand-up comedian in New York City. Hello, Jake.
How's it going?
All is well here. We missed our first episode ever, but with good reason. I'm going to be emotional. I'm going to show empathy. I don't usually do it, but I'm going to show empathy. How you doing? How you holding up?
Pretty good. I was pretty sad about that kid from the Cosby Show dying in the water like that. And so I had to take a week off.
Honestly, I was more upset by Malcolm Jamal Warner passing than Ozzy Osbourne, because Ozzy, you kind of expected it. He's been going for a while and you knew, but man, Malcolm, that was fat. It was just like out of nowhere, like, oh, he's going swimming and now he's gone.
That's true. And Hulk Hogan died. I do find it funny that they're drawing back up like his controversy for saying the N-word. I think both sides on this are kind of crazy, right? I think for one thing, I think the side that's going, you believe this guy said the N-word once while he was coked up after fucking his buddy's wife on that hidden camera that you didn't know about like 20 years ago or whatever? Like, I think that's a little crazy. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, you should never say it. But that said, I think God took care of it. Huh? I think the good Lord hath punished him for saying it thy word that he shouldn't say it, right? Like, I think that was, on the other hand, the people going, hey, how dare you show some respect? Blah, 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 blah. It's like, dude, hey, guy defending Hulk Hogan on saying the N-word thing. The dude got paid $160 million because of that video of him saying the N-word. So, like, it's the most any white dude's ever profited from saying the N-word in entertainment. You know what I mean? Like,
I was just going to say, in entertainment, not plenty of Americans have profited from it. That was back when
the guy who invented the word made a lot of money. Yeah. But sure, I just mean, you know what I mean. This century, I guarantee you, his estate is pretty happy that Gawker took that video of him fucking and then saying the N-word, then released it because his estate is $160 million richer because of it.
That's because Peter Thiel. Did he get all 160? I know he got
160.
Yeah, well, I know he was granted 160, but could they pay it? Could they afford it? Or is it, I know that's what bankrupted them. I think the only thing I don't like is the fact that the only reason it happened is because Peter Thiel's a dick. I mean, that's the sad side to it, is he wanted to go after him, but
It is. But see, here's the thing. Did you ever see that documentary that Gawker put out on Netflix?
No.
That fucking self-righteous piece of shit documentary. They're sitting there going, yeah, but racism is bad. Yeah, it is, Gawker.
I remember their defense. This is newsworthy. We're a news organization. Yeah, some dude cheating on his wife with his bed. That's newsworthy.
You're right. Racism is bad, Gawker. Did you put out a sex tape of a wrestler without getting his permission first? Well, there was a lot of people in Silicon Valley that didn't like that. We were speaking truth to power on them too. Yeah, I get it. I agree with you. Did you put out a sex tape of a dude without yes, then I'm sorry. In court, none of that other shit matters. You can't put out sex tapes of people without their permission. It's called revenge porn. Even if they say a bad word, you can't show people fucking without them putting the little squiggly thing with their name on a dotted line. I don't know. I didn't make the rules.
Well, maybe they thought they could pull a Tom and Pammy the way they got released without getting anything for it.
Possibly.
Well, here's what I want to say is, first of all, hello, everyone, Rich, Ultra, and Sophie and Ken.
But before we start, what Tim
No, we're not starting. I wanted to say this quick. I was just happy that I called it. You were driving to Iowa for your father's funeral, and I texted you, hey, Hulk Hogan died. And then literally a second later, I had the thought like, oh man, this is going to fuck with Hooters. And 2 days later, I thought of it in 2 seconds. 2 days later, the story pops up. Will Hulk Hogan's, I'll just read the headline. Where did I have it? There. Hulk Hogan's death could be bad news for Hooters. So I thought of it before the mainstream news media. And then the article is about real beer and how he was going to buy and rebrand Hooters or bring it back. But I was the first one to say that, oh my God, Hulk Hogan's dead. Hooters
and
must be crying.
As much
Hello,
as
Ryan.
headlines tend to like overdo, they tend to oversell the story. They really underplayed it. You know what I mean? Could be bad news. The one dude with more than $87 in the bank who thought that Hooters would be a worthy business investment dying, that could be bad news. I think that means what you meant to say was Hooters, which was probably going to be dead a year from now anyway, even if Hulk Hogan made a massive recovery. Hooters has the final nail drawn and driven into its coffin by the death of Hulk Hogan.
Ultra says we may have to save Hooters. Well, let's get a GoFundMe going and see if we can get people to donate to look at Save the Hooters.
I mean, dude, we
can't
October.
We can't use Save the Hooters, right? Because people think it's a breast cancer awareness.
Every single October, the breast cancer people raise all these money for titties, and they have not a dime to be given to Hooters. They have no appreciation. They have no appreciation for their true allies.
Oh, the hypocrites. All right, before we get started, I want to just bang through 3 things really quickly, and then we'll get into some like news. First of all, Jake, do you remember several?
I will say, wait, because you mentioned it. You mentioned it. My dad did pass away.
Yes.
Not to go too much into it. The medical examiner said he died peacefully. He died at home. They said they thought it was.
Did they say he died doing what he loved, watching TV, gambling?
Yeah, basically. He was online gambling. He had a heart attack. But that's what the medical examiner said. The rest of us who know better know that the fucking Clintons did it. The goddamn Clintons killed him. That's right.
What did he have on Whitewater? The land deal.
He had the Whitewater list, the Epstein list. He had J. Edgar Hoover's Black Book. He had all that shit.
Did he have J. Edgar's fishnet stockings and padded bra?
That's right. Had his lipstick and everything.
All right. Well, yes. I'm sorry for your loss. Yeah, that's what we can say.
You know, it's fucked up to spread right-wing conspiracy theories with your father's death, but it's the way he would have wanted it. Trust me. I mean, one day my dad just takes the booster shot, and 39 months later, him, Hulk Hogan, Ozzy Osbourne, and the kid from the Cosbys just drop fucking dead.
Exactly.
It's a coincidence. I'm supposed to think that Johnson & Johnson and the Clintons weren't involved. Wake up, sheeple.
We have a new focus for this podcast, and we're all in on this conspiracy theory.
That's right.
I have a conspiracy truth. All right, this is what I'm opening with. You remember a couple weeks ago, Jake, you looked it up. I pissed off fans of the band Modern English with you're drinking caffeine at this time of night? Oh my God, you are insane.
Podcast, man. What are you going to do?
You remember what I pissed off fans of the band Modern English with the song I Melt With You?
Oh yeah.
I am apparently, I am their best advertising. People were sending me, not sending me, but putting comments on the screenshots of people commenting on both YouTube and Spotify saying, anybody else here just to hear the cymbal crash? So they were so annoyed by my video that they went to Spotify and YouTube to listen to and watch the song. And then they left comments saying, yeah, I'm here because some asshole said the drummer sucks. It's like, I almost 1 million hits on my videos, so that means maybe 800,000. They have to be seeing a bump. They have to be seeing a spike. I wonder if they know where it's coming from. If any of them heard, "Hey, some asshole made fun of you," and we're all that to me was just funny. That I gave them a great bump for 1 month.
They should pay, rando bands from the 80s should just start paying you to shit talk them on Twitter.
That's going to be my new thing.
Yeah. If Timmel says listen to this song, it does nothing. If he shits all over it, people listen to it day and night.
People listen to it.
They listen to it while they're sleeping on repeat.
All right, here's the next story I wanted to touch on because this just made me laugh. This is from July 28th. Thailand and Cambodia agree to truce after 5 days of fighting. The reason that made me laugh is I had no idea they were fighting. I get this headline like, oh, Cambodia and Thailand have called for a truce. I'm like, were they at war?
I mean,
I had no fucking clue.
That's why my favorite region of the world is Southeast Asia. Even their wars are polite. You know what I mean? They didn't bother the rest of us with that shit.
Oh, I got no jokes other than I thought that was funny. Was there one more? I
It's
thought
good time. What? No, here's why here's the real reason we didn't hear about it though. Because there's not any oil underneath Thailand or Cambodia. If there were, both sides would be trying to drum up. Who do we gotta defend? Who do we gotta back? Who do we gotta attack? We'd be sending $100 billion worth of missiles to one of them. It'd be crazy.
And another reason is neither one was invaded. It's a border skirmish between two countries that, it wasn't like Russia invaded or Vietnam said, hey, we won our own country back from the French and the Americans. Let's move. It's a border
there's
skirmish.
Plenty of invasions in the Congo, but also no oil. So we don't hear a fucking thing about it. When Boko Haram steals a bunch of girls, you get you get the president's wife holding up a sign that says #bring back our girls. But that's about it. No oil.
The best joke I have ever heard in my life, and I'm not going to do it justice, and I wish I could remember the comedian's name, but it was an open mic comic when I lived in LA. He said that Haiti was falling apart like it does every few years. It was I don't remember, but either way, he said, why we don't hear about Haiti in the news? Because we can't fuel our cars using AIDS. And I thought that was just fucking
That's rough, man. It's mean as fuck.
It is mean as fuck, but you can't fuel a car with AIDS, so Haiti doesn't matter. All right, next story.
But not until Elon gets on it.
Yeah. All right, the next story that came and went too quickly for us, and this was just so beautiful. Oh my God, this story came and went so quickly. Donald Trump versus Commanders, name change explained. What to know about the threat to block the new stadium if Redskins doesn't return. He literally said, I'm going to block your new stadium unless you rename the Commanders back to the Redskins. I mean, come on.
It's pretty wild,
That's
man.
Beautiful.
I've already said on here what the Commanders should have done instead of going with the Commanders. They could have kept the logo, changed the colors a little bit, added a cowboy hat, the Washington Rednecks. It would be the greatest name in football. You wouldn't have to change it up that much. And then you also could go, you could kind of turn around and be like, see, we didn't mean nothing by it. You know what I mean? You could do that. But no, instead, they went 2 years with just being called the Washington football team. And then they went with this terrible, arguably the dumbest name in football. Even the Washington Generals would be better. The Washington Colonels, the Lieutenants, the Sergeants. You can literally pick any military rank and it would say the Washington Privates would sound better than the Washington Commanders.
I think the Generals, that was the team that the Harlem Globetrotters played. So maybe that was copyrighted. I don't know, but
it could be either way. Fine. Pick a different one.
Pick anything.
Literally pick anything.
It was it's almost like they had a contest to name and actively chose the worst one on purpose, like you said. Just dumbest name.
Pick people in Washington that really do damage. The Washington lobbyists, huh? The lobbyists have fucked up this entire country and arguably the planet. The Washington lobbyists.
All right. Sophie and Ken points out that Lonnie Anderson passed away from WKRP in Cincinnati. So yes, again, COVID happens in 2020. We get the vaccine in 2021, and in 2025, she dies. I see a fucking direct line.
That's right.
I see it.
39 months later, she just drops, just like my dad, just like the Hulkster, just like Ozzy. This is horse shit.
Yep. All right. Main story this week, Jake. I have a new love, and it's Sydney Sweeney. She is quite possibly, I'm going to go out on a limb and say, the most intelligent person in all of Hollywood. A few weeks ago, maybe a couple months ago, we talked about her bathwater and the, quote, controversy. People got upset because they're stupid. And she doubled down. She said, oh, you want to see me play to my assets, my looks, my sexuality? Watch this. And holy shit. Boom. Just controversy. Of course, the left has to react and say, oh, jeans means jeans and white supremacy. So then the right has to react and say, overreact. And then now you have everybody yelling and she just sits back and gets her Q factor shot through the roof.
I don't know, man. The people on the left, I haven't heard any mainstream kind of.
Oh, it came out fast. I was only hearing all the dumbest people on Twitter,
fucking TikTok and shit. Like,
that's what it was.
But that's the thing. I think they were blowing up. Like, not here's my real conspiracy theorist of the week. theory of the week. I think the people on the left who are getting upset because it wasn't people on MSNBC or CNN or BBC or any of these places.
No, it was stupid far left civilians that made TikTok.
Hang on.
You're okay. I think I know where you're going.
You see where I'm going? I think it was interns at American Eagle. That's right. I think American Eagle was hey, man, take a profile pic, just kind of AI your hair is pink or green or one of them stupid colors, and just fucking go, this is a genocide in denim, and just, like, go fucking crazy. Because I'm telling you, Rachel Maddow didn't give a fuck about these jeans. All right? Nobody did, and nobody on the left cared. The people on the right went crazy defending it, but I think this is one of those things where they're just taking a few shitheads that are going nuts. But because here's the thing.
Well, wait. See, I thought you were going to say that it was interns on the right that said, hey, let's raise a stink, and then we can respond, that it was all fake. Because Trump came out with a statement. Well, not Trump.
I think American Eagle started this, dude.
The White House came out with a statement saying, moronic Sydney Sweeney criticism shows why he won. Voters are sick of this bullshit. And I think people are sick of the bullshit.
Did he quote anybody specifically? Was Elizabeth Warren talking about the jeans? Oh, your mic got muted. I think you're back. Try talking. Oh no, it's off. Bro, I think there may be to this whole jeans story. I think the deep state muted Timmel. Since it's just me running this podcast, what do you guys want to talk about? Ooh, let's talk about the train wreck docs, because Timmel doesn't have Netflix. So that's just me and you guys, man. Anybody in the chat been watching the train wreck docs? The most recent one is on the Area 51 storming that a bunch of shitheads were going to do back in like 2019. I kind of remembered this being in the news. I did not remember that they were going to have a full-on music festival in the desert next to Area 51 before they stormed it. So it was like, this happened after Firefest too. So they're even comparing it to Firefest in the dock. And I'm like, why how are these people actually, Ryan from New Mexico. Yeah, there's a doc for that. Yeah, it's you're from New Mexico. That's right by Nevada. Yeah. It was Timmel, I can't hear you, man. I can't hear you. Now the thing's fucked. All right, maybe log out, log back in. Now that we're live, I'll keep talking about the I'll keep filling with the Area 51 doc. But yeah, check it out, man. The Area 51 doc. So it was an invitation made by some guy called shit posting for life or something ridiculous like that. Like it's clearly like a ridiculous thing, but millions of people said, let's go do this. And whenever I touch my neck, oh yeah, all right, so Timmel's out now. Anyway, now that Timmel's gone, he's on the Epstein list, guys. I didn't want to tell you this. I didn't want to tell you that Timmel is compromised. Okay, there's a reason we haven't talked about the list this week. All right, he doesn't want it to come out. He's on the Epstein list. Let's just pretend we were talking the Area 51 doc this entire time. I'm just saying he choked Epstein. He's back. He's back, guys. Pretend we've been talking about the doc the whole time. Pretend we've been talking about the Epstein or the Area 51 doc. I mean, not the Epstein doc. Yeah, no, I can't hear you, man. Can't hear you. Yeah. No, it's see, now he's pretending his mic doesn't work so he can go kill what? Ghislaine Maxwell. They texted Timmel that Ghislaine was getting moved to a minimum security prison, and he was like, finally. Soros and the Koch brothers paid me well for this. Now he's going to just shoot up through the roof through a helicopter with the rest of SEAL Team 6. And then that's why he's dressed down like that in that tank top. You know what I mean? That's a strangling shirt. You know what I mean? That's a strangling shirt that he uses to choke guys out with his own bed sheets while the guards are being paid to pretend they're sleeping, even though they got one eye open. Winkety, winkety, winkety. Deleting all the camera footage of Timmel choking people to death. Yeah. It's Jake, tell us if you're safe. I am safe, unless Timmel comes back. But yeah, hopefully he's not still doing the billionaire pedophiles biddings.
I have completely taken the Yeti
back.
microphone off.
Yeah.
Okay.
So anyway, we were just talking Area 51.
I'm gonna sound shitty because I unhooked the mic. This fucking StreamYard
no, I
thing.
believe
All you
dude.
do is touch
I believe it. I believe you. I believe everything you're saying, dude. It was the mic, right? The microphone.
I could hear you even when I would take myself out of the studio.
No, I didn't say nothing, dude. Todd in the chat, Ryan in the chat. They was chatting. Hey, they was DMing me. Hey, it would just be funny if you said this. I didn't mean nothing by it, guys.
I'm gonna have to.
I didn't mean nothing by it.
I'm gonna have to set my mic up in the future from now on and just sit like this the entire time, because even if I nudge it and I don't even touch the cord, StreamYard just disconnects it, and then as you just all saw, it won't let me reconnect it. I would reconnect. I could hear Jake, and I would just say, "No, fuck you. You don't get to do anything." All right,
I believe everything he's saying. When we find out that just like
Todd, I don't think it's a Yeti, but I don't think it's the microphone. It's fucking StreamYard, because I've had this mic ever since Jake and I've never had an issue with it.
Well, and even if you disconnect something and then plug the audio back in, like it should pick up.
It should pick up, but it doesn't. Yeah. All right. So where were we? Just a non-controversy, or because now the left is talking about it, because you're like Lizzo responded. She, I didn't see that. Or do you think it's Russian trolls, like like troll farms that are just agitating us and getting us angry? I don't think it's
Russia's probably got bigger fish to fry.
No, but what they do is do, but they're troll farms. People think that Russia hacked into the voting machines. They didn't. All they did was raise the temperature. That's all Russia did, and they did it effectively. They got us talking. They got us fighting. That's what they do. So do you think it was something like that? Like, could be North Korean, any troll farm just putting out content saying, "Oh, look at Sydney Sweeney," and then the right gets to react, the left gets just trolls just out there making it,
I mean, I think there's probably some amount of that, I like there is with everything, but no, for the most part, I think it was people being genuine, but not any serious, like big people, like politicians, any big journalists, commentators, nothing like that on the left. That's why they never quote anyone.
Well, I do have. I have right in front of me MSNBC. I was searching for Rachel Maddow. Says the headline: Sydney Sweeney's ad shows an unbridled cultural shift toward whiteness. That's on MSNBC, and it talks about how they're by Hannah Holland, MSNBC producer, American Eagle. Great genes. That's a keyword for genes, as in genetics, and the backlash.
All right, so there actually is a little bit, but I mean that's I haven't seen any clips of them like. If we're just talking about people that work there and are putting opinion pieces out, yeah, maybe there's a little, but for the most part, it's not something that people are gravitating towards. And I think the reason is because, yeah, I do think it is a little bit tone deaf to go, genes, what gives me my perfect hair and eye color and skin color. Like it's a bit much, but like if you want to get pissed off about like racist shit that's happening in the country, you can point to the White House and not the white lady in the jeans. You know what I mean? Like there's actual shit to get upset about for the most part. So that's why I think that it's kind of flown under the radar of most of the people on the left, because they're sitting there going, hey, what about the Epstein doc? Release the list. Or, what about these masked guys that are just grabbing anybody that kind of looks Mexican and throwing them in DeSantis's a fucking weird saw torture prison in outside of Miami or whatever's going on down there.
Rich, what do you think is a stretch that Lizzo is a Russian troll or something we're talking about? The whole reason I bring it up is I think Sydney Sweeney's a genius. That's where I started. Like, I don't care. The outrage just feeds her brand.
It does, man.
Because for cashing in.
Because there's not a ton of genuine outrage about it, you know what I mean? But there
is genuine outrage, but it's all by stupid people,
man. But that's what I'm saying. Like I think they're way overblowing this. I think this is one of those things that they're just way overblowing. Again, the lady you named from MSNBC, I've never fucking heard of. I'm not saying there's not.
It just said producer. It doesn't say what show.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. It's I'm a producer on a thing at Sirius XM. It doesn't mean shit. You know what I mean? So like Google this her. Yeah, man. Like the fact that you've never heard of the name kind of says it all, man. Like it's again, this is just a few people talking shit. It's like, look, was the ad slightly tone deaf? Sure, but like it's not preaching genocide or whatever the fuck people are saying. or eugenics.
She's the editor for the banned book club franchise on MSNBC. Began as a weekly broadcast featuring authors and their banned books. Yeah.
Okay, so this
she
is
looks to be in her
shows.
20s, so
And
the
it's not
type
even
of
like
person that would overreact to. Yeah.
It's not the actual stars of the show. It's not the actual people that report. It's the producer. I mean, yeah, this isn't. Nobody's upset about this, man. I'm telling you, nobody's upset about this shit.
Oh, I mean,
Ryan from New Mexico said it best. Who the fuck is Sydney Sweeney? You know what I mean? Like I guess probably many people said. I mean, I think she was on Euphoria, but
I never saw Euphoria. She blew up because of the film. She did a film with the guy that's coming out in The Running Game and was in Twisters. They had this rom-com that was made for like $12 million and it made $200 million worldwide. So suddenly it's like, oh, she's a star because she was in a hit movie. And so good for her.
Well, now she's reached her true calling, pissing off 7 people on the internet and then getting 7 million people to defend her against those 7 people.
Yeah, that's why I think she's great. All right, next story. Oh, I love this one. I didn't watch the interview because I don't give two shits. Kamala Harris tells Stephen Colbert she's not running for governor of California because, quote, the political system is broken. You think the political system is broken? Someone that did not run a primary, but just got thrown into the, this old guy who faked a primary. They shit-canned Iowa. They shoved him into South Carolina where he won the last time. They skipped New Hampshire, maybe Vermont, I forget. But basically, he drops out. They did not, a day later, they did not field any candidates. They just said, you're the nominee. America, Democrats, accept Kamala Harris. You think the system's broken. No shit. You were honestly, the biggest part of the corrupt, broken system. You did not give voters a voice or a choice. No, you just said.
Honestly, that to be fair, I don't think that was her. I think that was
that's the apparatus, but she took place in it. She could have.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing is, I think at this point, if her running, she can't give the real answer. The real answer to her why she doesn't run for California is
because she will lose.
It was this already is kind of viewed by people as she's the one who lost the election, not the party losing the election by insisting that Biden was going to run again when he was clearly too old. That's what lost the election. It wasn't anything Harris did. I don't think that's why everybody.
It was some things Harris did.
Nah, bullshit. I don't think. Nah. What do you think lost her 7 states? 7 swing states, other than the not having a primary.
2 weeks before the election, I started noticing the same fucking pattern Hillary Clinton did. She was going to Madison, Wisconsin, Ann Arbor, Michigan, Philadelphia. She was choosing all these safe liberal places, whereas Trump was going to, what was the one that really set me off? Traverse City, Michigan. He was going to the little. He was getting everybody else.
Podcasts and stuff like that. Like I agree, those things would have helped. That's not why you lose 7 swing states, though. I'm saying if she would have done those things, she still would have fucking lost. Is what maybe. They put her in an impossible situation because the reason is I don't care if she was the ghost of John F. Kennedy. Running with Obama as his vice president. I don't care if that's the fucking guy you got running. Like, if you're telling your entire party, no, we don't need to have a primary. Yeah, no, he's not that old. It's just a bunch of, crazy bigots on Fox that are telling you that. If you're saying that for 4 years and then you have the primary and then 2 months later you look at them and go, hey, did you guys realize this guy's really fucking old? Oh my God, he's like so old that we got to get rid of him. Well, that's too bad. We already kind of skipped the primary, right? When you do that to your own primary, you do that to your own party, it is a fuck you to literally everybody who's ever voted Democrat, who's not just going to be blue no matter who. Especially people on the far left who are yelling Genocide Joe, the Gaza people who are really concerned about the climate, healthcare, corporate greed, who don't think that, the Biden administration, who is fairly moderate when it comes to the Democratic Party, when they don't think he is far enough in their progressive corner, they're going to say, you could have let me vote on this, but you fucking didn't. You just wanted a corporate Democrat in there who was going to give a nice little progressive speech and then still sign all the checks that need to be signed to whatever corporations, to Netanyahu, to whoever else. Oh, and also, you're never going to see the Epstein files. You know what I mean? Like, that's what they see when you do this. So it doesn't matter who the fuck you put in that position. If you don't let the people vote, don't expect them to show up in the general. That's just it. That's what fucked her.
Well, I agree. I think that. So you think that's it? I think that was the main thing, but I still think it was a perfect storm of everything. But I do. Did you hear Andrew Schultz? Andrew Schultz said that he's voted Democrat his whole life, and even he voted Trump because he was sick of the Democrats not having a democratic process. So, yeah, I think.
Well, right. It's a big fuck you to your entire party. I mean, the saying. Republicans fall in line, Democrats fall in love, right? Yeah. That's the age-old saying. You took the party that falls in love and you gave them an arranged marriage and just hoped it was going to work out in the general. And you gave it to somebody who ran in the primary last time and got single-digit numbers and fucking dropped out before Iowa. So, like, what did you expect was going to happen?
I don't like calling out our commenters. I'm going to disagree with Sophie and Ken. He thinks Biden would have won. So did you forget that first debate? Because it was not going to get any better than that. That first debate was a disaster, and that was the bar. And I
think he would have. I mean, I know this is playing kind of Monday morning quarterback because I think
he might have won a couple of the swing states, but I don't think he would have won.
Yeah,
overall.
I think it would have been tough, man. Because the thing is, and I know I've talked about this before, but like when you age like that, it's not like a straight line down. It's like stock.
Your good day, and then you're
Mm-hmm. I was around my grandfather a lot because he had Alzheimer's really bad. And until the very, very end, the very, very advanced stages of it, there was days where he was sharp as a tack and seemed 45 years old again. And it was fucking heartbreaking because, part of you is just like, oh my God, maybe he's beating us. And then the next day he could barely tie his shoes, could barely string sentences together. Just like Joe Biden sounded great at the State of the Union. So good that the Republicans are like, he must be on drugs. And it's like, really, why didn't they give him the drug yesterday? Because he was fucking wandering around muttering in a press conference. Did he run out? Did he have to just call Hunter and be like, I need you to make one last crack deal for America? All right, I'm going to go get the State of the Union. And then Hunter's crack dealer just fucking went dry, got pinched before the debate. What happened? No, it's just he was having a good day on the State of the Union. He was having a bad day at the debate. They were hoping he'd have enough State of the Union days on key days where they can't cut out little clips around it before the election. Because let's face it, a lot of speeches and stuff, people just see the clips. Stuff like State of the Unions, stuff like presidential debates, they watch the whole fucking thing. At least enough people do that where you can't just clip around it. So,
All right. Unfortunately, remember I said I thought I had another quick story before we got into the meat of it. I just clicked it. I had forgotten it. A few weeks back, we talked about Buddhist monks getting laid, didn't we?
We did.
Well, after that, Buddhist monks found with meth in their system. The police did a raid. I sent you that TikTok. And
I'm fucking meditated so hard, dude. I'm fucking so... I feel so at peace.
Buddhism is looking pretty fucking attractive now. I mean,
dude.
Drugs and hookers, because again, they went to a hooker. They did not diddle kids. They did not, because it was one woman. They all went to the same woman, and someone made a good point. I forgot in the comments. They said, "What's she blackmailing for?" I thought monks were all about sparse living, kind of like they give up all material possessions. So what did they blackmail?
All right, hang
for?
on. I've got one more golden unk. Hang on, you can have my golden unk. Also, there's meth in that. It unscrews from the bottom, and you can just do a little. You do a little unk bump.
Yes.
I love it. It sounds like, dude. It sounds like the greatest action movie ever, doesn't it? Huh? Chow Yun-Fat and Jackie Chan star in Meth Monks. I love it.
Chow Yun-Fat could be the investigator. He always plays the investigator. Well, actually, Jackie Chan always plays the good guy too. Well, either way,
they kind of got to be. They got to flip like Leonardo DiCaprio's character in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. They're getting older. They got to shave their heads and play the methed out monks.
I thought Chow Yun would be the guy investigating the monks, but yeah, they'll play the monks. They'll get laid. They'll be the ones. How do we cover this up?
I like it. It's good. So I feel for him, dude, because I once got robbed at
Monks
night
decloaked
by an Amish guy on PCP. So it's a rough day.
IRRI, Monks Decloaked. That would be the title of the film. Monks Decloaked. Very good, Ari. All right, final story. This just hit yesterday. I just sent it to you. Let me just quick check my notes to make sure that I did not miss anything. Oh, no, I missed one. Let's talk about this guy. No, where did he go? I found the dumbest guy on the planet. Anti-woke dad who fled family to Russia, sent to war zone. Now, this is, again, a case of I saw all the clickbait headlines, all of them. Whereas this guy, I think he's from Texas, got his family, he's sick of the gay agenda. He wants to go to Russia where they have family values, and now he's going to be sent to the front lines of Ukraine. All the headlines scream that. You get into the body of the story, guess what? He signed up. He enlisted to be in the army so that he could get a fast track to citizenship. So all these headlines make it seem like he was sort of grabbed and thrown to the front lines. Now, he did enlist under the guise,
I was going to say,
a handshake promise that he would be. But he did enlist.
There, though. There was a bit of fuckery.
There's still fuckery, but he did enlist. And but still, how big an asshole do you have to be to leave America because you hate the gays that bad that you want to go live in Russia?
It's not like he lived in Berkeley. This fucking guy lived in Texas. When Texas is too woke for you, so you got to go to Russia? What are you doing, bud?
Did he live in downtown Austin? He could have moved 5 miles outside the city limits. Iowa City is like that. Jake and I both, Iowa City, very progressive, very woke, very liberal. You go 5 miles in any direction, all the Trump signs.
Yeah. All you got to do is stand at the edge of Iowa City, toss a rock in any direction, and it'll bounce off a Trump sign and a guy fucking his sister in overalls while firing a rifle into the air. Woo! Like it's just the way it is.
It is, but there was a story a while ago, and I wish I had brought it up, of a guy that did this with his family. And the first thing they did was they locked his bank account. I think we talked about it on here, where he deposited and they all went, oh, this is too much money. This has to be fake. Yeah. And so he had no money. Like, why do people keep moving to Russia? It doesn't turn out well for them.
You know what? Okay. It's sort of like, do you remember when we watched the chimp lady doc?
Yeah.
And I was saying there was people, I feel two different ways about people who own chimps. There was people who own chimps pre-lady getting their face ripped off and then going on Oprah. And then there was people who owned them afterwards, right? There was people that went to Russia from America pre-Brittany Griner. And there was people who went there after we freed Brittany Griner. That guy, I'm sorry. This guy is a lady owning a chimp after the lady got her face ripped off. That was he did this after Brittany Griner went there. Like, this was a crazy famous situation that happened. They sent her to a gulag for having like a vape pen and said she was like an international weed trafficker. So she's like, there's only like 2 hits left. What are you talking? Oh my God. And then she's in a gulag. So anybody going to Russia now, I feel bad for his kids. I think we should do everything we can to get them out of there.
No, they want to stay. There. The wife wants to stay. She posts videos.
Really?
Sophie and Ken points. Yeah. She's the one posting updates. In her videos, she is not, oh my God, they're sending him to the front. She's like, well, it looks like they're sending him to the front. I haven't seen him, but they promised they would. Like, she's very straightforward.
What did Ukraine? Wait a minute. Ali's going, well, They tried to turn my son trans in school by showing a picture of a Bud Light can. So this naturally, I got to go kill some Ukrainians. You know what I mean? Like, I don't get like, wait, what did Ukraine do to make
that is a
rural
direct,
Texas too woke for you?
That is a point A to point B direct line. I don't know why you don't see it.
And also, not for nothing, one thing that the media on the left tends to fucking ignore, most of Ukraine feels exactly the way that guy does about gay and trans stuff. Like a lot, dude. Like they consider that guy a fucking money. Oh, you let them breathe there? You let them breathe air and drink water? Not in Ukraine, especially in Azov Brigade. Like some of them, they're not the most progressive people.
Let's jump to the comments. Sophie and Ken is correct. He was supposed to be a welder, but they sent him to the front. Now, he might not be on the front lines. When you go to the front, he could still be a mechanic like a mile from the front. Just, they bring things back. So,
I mean, I don't know what the man's MOS is,
Yeah. IRRI, I don't know if it's eerie, but several Americans have been sent to the front lines by choice. The more like him here in America, the less like that will be here in America. So, yeah, that's a good point. The more like him that want to go over there and fight at the front lines, the less of him we'll have here. So it's a win-win for us. Ultra has the title of the movie, Monks on Junk. I mean, that just rhymes.
I'm just picturing this
man. Wait. Todd points out the old favorite, the classic Alex Jones. Texas is where they turn the frogs gay.
That's right. Don't be fooled. It's too woke here in Texas. Go to Russia, fight for Ukraine. Or fight against Ukraine. I forget which. All right. I hope that this man is surrounded. I hope his entire battalion is wiped out and he's the last one. And he's surrounded by Ukrainians, and he's just having that Alamo in proud Texas fashion. He's having a Russian Alamo, and he's just like, God hates queers. And then the guy that shoots him is like, yeah, so do we in Ukraine. What are you doing? Like, this is the worst reason to fight Ukraine. What are you doing?
Final story. We can touch more on this next week, depending on how the story goes, but I found this goddamned interesting. Stocks slump on latest tariffs soft jobs data. So the July jobs report comes out and it's neutral. They expected 120 to 150. They got 73.
I hate to interrupt you.
No.
IRIR says, I hear North Korea has no Lesbos. That's right. That's where he needs to go if he gets too tired of Russia being all woke.
Yes. But so not only did they did July flatline, but then every time there's a jobs report, they revise the numbers. Now, Biden's first several months, they kept revising up. More and more people, he's right. Holy shit, they dumped May and June. They said, I'm going to make these numbers up. They said it was 150. Nope, it was 1. They said it was, and so Trump fired the guy. He fired the guy reporting the numbers because he wants to put a shill in there to, I don't know, lie or just cover it up, because this is how it works. He bankrupted casinos and businesses, so now the numbers are bad. He fires the guy reporting the numbers, and yeah, are we going to get a jobs report that's accurate from here on out? Who knows?
It's wildly hypocritical because he claims he doesn't want migrants taking American jobs, but he fired that guy and gave it to the North Korean pink lady that we see on TV talking about Kim Jong-il not defecating. So, like, what are you doing there, Trump? Come on now.
But either way, everyone's been predicting a recession, and this could be the outset of it. I mean, we talked about it a while ago. It's like, I remember being shocked. I remember going, wait a second. How is the June jobs report so strong when Doge just fired everybody? Well, it turns out it was wrong. So stocks are tumbling, and not just because of the tariffs. Oh, and I love how Ford, all their profits gone, specifically tied to tariffs. Just it's all happening, and none of it's good.
No, yeah, it's tariffs. It's a tax on consumers. Like, yeah. What do you want?
All right. Ryan wants to know why we're on so late scheduling. Yeah, it's literally summer, dude. Summer is bad. Jake had the funeral we talked about. His dad passed away. And then I had something completely innocuous and stupid, but my kids' family, it's just, as soon as the kids are back in school and it gets cold and we stop doing shit, we will have a set time and we will try and make it happen every week. So thank you, all of you, for your patience and following us around this fucking, paint by numbers maze that we make, as each one of us has continually has schedules.
You guys still tuning in at these random times.
Yeah, they're so random. The jobs numbers will be beautiful, just beautiful, up 100, no, 1,000%. Unemployment hit a record low around 1,000. Yep, exactly. America, the experiment is over. Freedom, I don't know. We'll see if it's over or if it's just taken a really shitty speed bump. We'll see if we come back from this. All right, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Jake will hit us with a stinger.
I think America's too woke. I am getting fitted for a big white helmet and moving my family to the Death Star.